Hey there, and welcome to night one of our two-day total point affair here in the Teachers Tournament. This is the final wager. I'm Keith Williams. I got a little worried when Alex didn't use that phrase at the beginning of tonight's episode, but he made good on it after Double Jeopardy ended. If I were playing a drinking game, I would definitely drink for that. Very good start. Not so great in Double Jeopardy, a few misses, but Jason 19-8 here, Jill 11-3, Kaberi 6,400. Jill, I have this on my nightstand. It's The Elements of Style. I buy it for every kid I write with. Very sad, but I know you were getting a lot of flack for that already. It happens under the lights. Strange things. Most impressive get tonight, I would say, was the Sidarb clue. I did not catch that one at all, but Jason apparently figured it out, that it was short for Sydney Harbor. I gotta say, great introduction, just a really enthusiastic audience, and it's always fun to get that energy when you're on stage and feeling the audience behind you and knowing that everyone's excited for you when you get something right. Well, maybe not everybody, but everyone who's not directly cheering for someone else. Just a lot of fun to play in that atmosphere, and you don't get that in Culver City. All right, so I paused before Final Jeopardy. I'm going to say, so with African geography, I know I would go big on this one. So Jason, I don't know. Well, Jill could have 22-6 here. Jason could wager 2,800 and guarantee at least a tie going into tomorrow. But I might be tempted to go for about 10-2 in his position. Jill, depends on how she feels. I don't know, I would see 7,000 out of her, 6,000 maybe. And Kaberi, probably fairly big, 5,000, 6,000, something like that. All right, let's play.
D7. Before we deal with Final Jeopardy, we have a change in score to point out, and it affects Kaberi. We have reviewed the tape, and our judges have determined that Kaberi said cooling rods a little while ago, not cool rods, and so her score has been adjusted. The scores you see now are correct. Players, you're dealing with...
There's an obvious joke in there about hearing aids, but I'm not going to make it.
After the secession of South Sudan from Sudan in 2011, this became the largest country in Africa by area. You have 30 seconds. Good luck.
I'm going to write a few options down here. Maybe Kenya too. Algeria, I think, is the biggest. All right, I'm sticking with it.
Kaberi, you had 9,600. You wrote down, what is the DRC? Nope, not the Congo. And so it will cost you 5,000, dropping you to 40.
I was right, although
let's go to Jill now. She had 11,300, and her response was Nigeria. Sorry, incorrect also. That cost you only 1,300, leaving you with 10,000. Now over to Jason. He had 19,800. He's smiling because he wrote down Algeria, and that is the country. What was your wager? 2801.
That's funny. So he definitely wanted the advantage heading into tomorrow.
We will add all of these scores to your totals tomorrow to determine the $100,000 champion. So you don't want to miss that. Please join us then. So long with the
Well, as Alex will probably say on Friday's game, you can have a big lead, but very often the third place player comes from behind and wins it all on second day. It doesn't happen that often. And, 4,600 against 22,6, that's only 18,000. So to be in the lead tomorrow, Kaberi would have to have a lead of more than 9,000 over Jason, and whatever that difference is, 4,600, 5,400, 2,700 over Jill. Jill at 10,000 would need to have a lead of 6,400. Is that right? Yeah, 6,401 over Jason. So yeah, it's still anyone's game, but Jason has a fairly comfortable lead, but you never know what'll happen tomorrow. I did take a couple of notes. One of the things, Alex's interviews, fairly awkward, and it seemed like he was pontificating a little bit, which I like to learn about the individuals who are playing the game, not about their policy views or about what other people think about them. That doesn't really matter to me all that much, and putting someone on the spot in front of millions of people isn't really fair. Has the conversation about teachers been changing? No, they're still pretty much scapegoats for a lot of things, although I guess less so than they were a few years ago, especially after 2008. The Empire State Building clue, I guess, that reminded me of that lift clue the other day. I don't think any of these players live in big cities, so they might not be familiar with big city things like lift. Man, the Empire State Building is obviously such a New York-centric thing that if you don't see a picture of it, if you haven't seen a picture of it recently, you might think it maybe, it's the Chrysler Building or some other building in some other area, and they didn't even give a year on that one, so that's not helpful at all. All right, enough pontificating of my own. 2-day total point affair concludes tomorrow, and I hope you join me then, right here on the Final Wager.